So our new so-called normal has irrevocably changed the world of work, with many companies opting and even encouraging more of their employees to work remotely where possible. But this new paradigm also calls for a revision of most internal communication strategies. The Machine Agency has launched what it calls an immersive digital storytelling experience. It's called StoryStackr, to breathe new life into traditional employee engagement. The agency's Sarah Browning-de Villiers is here to explain. Sarah, a very warm welcome to you. First up, let's briefly outline the growing importance of internal or organizational communication in this new world of work.
Being in lockdown obviously has a huge impact on connectivity, culture, collaboration. And we also know that internal communications, which is an area we do a lot of work in, has an enormous impact on a company's bottom line. And we know from lots of research from various companies and organizations like McKinsey that when you have connected employees who also feel very connected to the company's values, it's quite an interesting nuance. You may have quite a big difference on bottom line profitability through things like retention, engagement, involvement, ambassadorship. And I think the challenge at the moment is, how do you do that when people aren't in your organization, they aren't seeing their leaders, they aren't collaborating with their colleagues as easily, and they've got a lot of stress from home. So for me, the need for internal communications has been heightened even more, and it was always important. And the way to do it is under pressure. How do you do it? How do you break through email fatigue? How do you get people into intranets that have previously been, you can only really access them easily in a VPN in an office. So there's all sorts of technological challenges like that at a time when people need to feel connected more than ever.
So you alluded to employees suffering from email fatigue and that many traditional forms of communication seem to be falling flat. I get the point. Why is that, though?
I think the key to any fantastic communication, whether internal or external, is to meet people where they are and to have conversations that are relevant there. And a big part of that is a great experience, an experience that you're happy to engage with, but also a very kind of organic, native kind of space. So instead of asking an employee to go into the emails and open all the emails and engage with it, giving them an experience from a communications point of view that is a great experience to have and that is different then. That's how you break through clutter. And then, of course, you have fantastic content and communication within that so that it remains engaging. And that's really a big part of what we've been trying to do with our clients is, how do we do that? If you're on your phone and you're accessing email or even social media on your phone, and we've got closed group targeting where we can talk to you where you are, so you can have a private company message that you target your employees with, then let's bring you something interesting, obviously of business importance, in a format and on a channel that you're already at that doesn't feel overly intimate like WhatsApp might.
So you've created what you call an immersive digital storytelling experience. So what is it? And what makes the user experience more effective, different, or more impactful?
What's really smart about it is you can use it for pretty much any of your storytelling needs. So we've got clients for whom we're creating super interactive, highly trackable digital magazines, which has become fantastic in lockdown to communicate with stakeholders. For other clients, it's about training and education. How do we engage with kids at home in an immersive storytelling way that isn't heavy on data, that doesn't take forever to load? That's not a huge investment from a client point of view, but is highly trackable and is a sustainable way to start sharing messages with stakeholders or with consumers.
Sarah, thank you very much. So effective internal communication is probably more important than ever amidst all of this uncertainty that we're experiencing. For the longest time, employers managed to get away with emails or printed communication in physical spaces in communicating with their teams, not really needing to innovate or craft better, more creative messaging. Well, it's clear that this new working environment, with all its challenges, requires a mind shift around internal communications and employee engagement as well.